welcome everybody. It's Ukraine Update here with the Shills. And first and foremost, if you haven't heard, my Discord account was hacked. If you regular PM me, block my old account. Some assholes got it now. The Shills server was nuked completely. Get your ass out of the server too. Lots going on over in Ukraine right now, and we did manage to round Starsky up, and he has made it. So I'm going to hit the button, and we'll get right to some headlines.
Hello, friends. Operator Starsky here. Very nice to see you. Unfortunately, I missed the in-time show yesterday because we had some very bad blackout in our area. But luckily, today everything seems fine, so here I am. And we have some updates from Ukraine. So first of all, this week we had some very intense combat scene in the area of Kupiansk, Liman, Avdiivka, and Bakhmut, where Russians attempt, let's say, counter attacks. They concentrated a lot of troops in those areas in order to extract, or rather stretch, some of our reserves. Located south of Ukraine, where we can see some pretty successful Ukrainian counteroffensive, slow but steady. And this week there were quite a few missile strikes. Specifically yesterday, Russians hit Ukraine with Kinjal missiles. And before that, they launched a drone attack. So it was very intense. As a result of strike in Zaporizhia, which was, by the way, kind of sketchy, because we know that Janine is there at this moment, and she basically could feel the aftermath of the strike, because there were explosions not far from her. And as a result of that strike, several people died. We know that Russians hit a hotel used by the representatives of the United Nations and different charity organizations, who used the hotel as a base to help the locals. So unfortunately, it was destroyed. Also, Russians killed two local artists who played music, and as a result of yesterday's strike, one 8-year-old boy was killed in Ivano-Frankivsk. They did quite a lot of harm to the Ukrainian people these days, because they're losing at the combat field. That's why they continue carrying out their terrorist acts against civilian Ukrainians. But despite that, because karma is a bitch, a lot of shit blew up on the territory of Russia, on the Russian occupied territory of Ukraine, in Russian military bases in Crimea. We know that there were strikes in Berdyansk as well. There were several drone strikes in Moscow. Basically, in 2022, Russians were laughing at Ukrainians, saying that they were gonna take Ukraine in several days or weeks. And already in 2023, they have to install anti-air cannons on the streets of Moscow. They have to arm their police officers with anti-drone rifles. They have to create territorial defense units in Russia, because they cannot protect their land anymore. And this morning, basically, we saw results of a new strike on the Crimean Bridge. A lot of witnesses reported that there were 4 impacts Other people said that there are at least 8 impacts. We'll never know. But we saw Crimean Bridge covered in smoke. Even if Russians used smoke screen to hide it from missiles, obviously they didn't know that missiles don't use eyes to hit such objects as bridges. So it wasn't the smartest move, you know. So that's the thing. This week in Ukraine, we had big meeting of Ukrainian bloggers with Silicon and Jonathan arrived from the UK. I missed this meeting because I'm here in Donbass, as you probably know. So maybe next time.
That was too funny, man. It's like, have you ever seen the missiles that the Russians use that have the little hamsters in the front with the steering wheel?
Yeah, absolutely. So they were saying that they actually intercepted all the missiles, and I can confirm that. But intercepting missiles with the bridge is probably not the brightest idea.
Yeah, the bridge got in the way.
That's funny. There, some of these news though, there has been like some happenings in Moscow and stuff that really give a nice lighthearted little laugh to everybody that's following the news, because it is good to hear those things. It's did they help boost morale at all? Does everybody get like a good shit kicking laugh out of it? Like when you hear that people are going off over there as well now, like
It's after more than a year and a half of Russian invasion in Ukraine and all the shit they did to Ukrainians, everything that happens to Russians there in Moscow, everything that happens to Russians outside of Ukraine, it's literally brings a smile to a face of a Ukrainian person, because every shit that happens to Russians is a revenge, and it's sweet, as you know.
Damn right.
And they thought they were untouchable as well. That's the great thing.
Yeah, you see, when Russians spot strike drones in the sky over Moscow, they just cannot understand how the hell is it even possible, and like why does it happen to them? Everything was so good, they don't realize like why is it happening. When shit hit the fan in Shebekina, that was used to launch missiles at Ukraine for like a whole year, they couldn't understand why us. Everything was so good. We were launching missiles at Ukrainians here and there, drones and shit like that. But why us? Ukraine is in full survival mode now, and everything that happens to them, as I said, brings smiles to our faces.
Now I saw somewhere, I can't remember where it was now, but there was like panic in the streets in Russia because there was a drone flying around, but it was just being used for a video shoot.
Yeah. Well, my dream is like my biggest dream is that after the war is finished and Russian terrorists are defeated, I dream that Russians will go to sleep to the sounds of sirens every single night.
I love it.
Welcome to Ukraine, suka.
Yeah. Damn right, man. Let's see. We should probably get Duncan for a few super chat caught up, and then we'll check in with the questions.
I can see his lips moving, but he's silent.
Okay, I was wondering because I'm not hearing him either over here.
Oh, yeah, my mistake. My mistake.
Okay.
I was muted.
God, I thought the whole thing was breaking again. You fuck. Okay.
Like, don't say that word. You're not allowed to say that.
Let's try it again without the heart attack, shall we?
Okie dokie. Beacon the pokey. We have some fantastic super chats. Starting off with Mr. Stephen Walsh, who's a great supporter of the channel. He sends in $300. Starsky, there was a town in Hawaii leveled. Did you hear about that? Will we see more destruction until the end? Until we end risky world, end the terrible mere. Not too sure what that means, but never mind. Nicholas Lamar Suter sends in $10 of a flying pear. Yeah, not too sure what that's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be some kind of like pear-shaped drone? I don't know. Len Stephens.
Oh no, it's Towley from South Park, isn't it?
I don't know.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
No. Lynn Stefanizin, excuse me if I screwed that up, is sent in a donation of 25 Canadian dollars. And level 70. Yeah.
I believe it's Stefanishin.
Stefanishin. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that correction. That's why we need you here. All these
always.
Yeah, absolutely. And also we have level 70 who's sent in 13.99 Canadian dollars. And it's just jumped. Starsky, is your new hat standard issue for the Ukrainian armed forces in the summer? New hat. Have you got a new hat, Starsky?
Yeah.
Wait.
Probably got a handy. Yeah, here we go.
This one, yeah, it makes me look like Jamie Rock Y, actually. Yeah, so some of them are issued, as I know, our recon has some of those, but generally speaking, currently in the Ukrainian army, you can see all kinds of camo you can even imagine from all kinds of different NATO countries. So yeah, I just bought that one in the military store here nearby because
that hat reminds
kind of hot.
That hat reminds me of the more goofy guy who was in charge of MASH. Not the more serious guy, but the more goofy guy. What was his name?
Yeah. Come on, can't remember. But he had his fishing
Hawkeye?
hat. No, it was the commander of the base, and he had a fishing hat with all the flies on his hat.
Yeah. Colonel Blake. Is that it?
Go. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, yeah, and it also reminds me that I suck at fishing.
You just shoot them. Pretend they're a drone.
First time I went fishing as a kid, I ended up catching this weird looking flat flounder fish thing that freaked me out. It was just a very strange moment in life. I was on the east coast of Canada. Let me flip over here to our question room. Let's see here. So Rodent of Anger, one of our members as well. Operator Starsky needs another cat. Oh, I'm not so sure about that. Now, if you're talking, if it's a euphemism, maybe. But if you're just talking about a kitty, I'm not so sure.
If we talk about euphemism, I already have to.
Fun. There was a couple of other things that I'm just trying to get to and remember and stuff here as well. Starsky, do you know that there are 70 cars with Ukrainians that are fires in the forest in Russia? Does that?
No, I don't think I heard about it, this one.
So people are setting cars on fire in the Russian forests? I guess that's a good pastime. It sounds like, it might do some damage, try again, OXO, or is that EXO like hugs and kisses, or how do you do that one? I'm not even sure.
Regarding Mr. Stefanishin, so whenever you see this combination CZ in the name, it's SZ, pardon. It means sound sh, as in Hiroshima. Whenever you see RZ, it's usually zh, like in Jeep, or Zaporizhia, because this is like specific for, let's say, Polish language. This is the way they try to, let you know that they mean sh, zh, or ch. Same in Ukraine. We have our own rules of transliterating, for example, Cyrillic letters in English, and only Ukrainians know about it. We keep it as secret. That's why sometimes you can see some weird, crazy words that you don't know how to pronounce properly. But this is the horrible truth.
Well, we'll just keep screwing it up, and you keep hitting us on the back of the head until we get it right, like Pavlov's dog.
Oh, that's funny. David Worley sent in a good poll I'm going to put in there. We got a couple of shout outs to do too. So I'm going to leave it over to Dunk for a second here, and I'll put the poll in.
Oh, no, back to me. Right, okay. Let me scroll. People keep super chatting, so it keeps moving. Let me make it a bit bigger. There we go. So we have Graham Pice he says, Slava Ukraina, sent a sticky in. Raven7, thanks the Shills, and Ali, birthday, wavy hand, laughy face sticker. Oh, no, it's a birthday. It's not a wavy hand, that's a cake. It's a very, very tiny emoji of a cake. So, never mind. Right, Kay Hansen gifted the Shills memberships. 5 memberships went to Marshall Jones. Surprise, it's us. Surprise, it's us. Irene S. Jeannie Treblanc was gifted a membership too. And Coltonberg. All those people were gifted memberships by Kay Hansen. Thank you very much. Commander 401 sends in $10. Ukraine is the land where Russian fascists died. In their corpses feed the next harvest of sunflowers. Delicious. I don't want to be eating sunflower seeds over there, I'll tell you that. Raven7 donated 34.12 Canadian dollars. It seems RF aviation is so depressed it's killing itself. Long may it continue. Thanks, Shills. And Stephen Walsh is back again for $10. Sends booty caps for fly fishing.
Yeah.
And Yuri Beck sends in 69.90 shekels. Crimean Bridge is on fire. Fire. Do, 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 do. Fire. Yeah, I love it. There we go. There's the super chats.
WL donated $10 through the super chat as well. Just came in. So now we're caught up. Check it out. Oh, it was a cool thank you sticker too. And it was the little pear guy that I thought looked like Tally, and he's doing a little thank you. You know? There, I acted it out. See? It's a tradition around here. I have to make myself look stupid for the super stickers. The stupid stickers, that's what we'll call them.
Oh dear.
Let me look in the little chatterbox room here. Here we go. From Richie MC, member as well. If you do not mind, please ask Starsky, do Ukrainian pilots speak fluent English? Also, is American English even that fluent?
So all the pilots that I know personally, they do speak English. Even pilots of helicopters. Those that I met personally, but I'm not sure about the rest. Usually people who fly airplanes, they do speak English, maybe not really fluently, but from my experience, they all know this language.
They don't speak English, pilots. They speak gobbledygook. Like, oh, Vector 29, 2220, I want to go on a VV2, on a 396. Victor.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, I always wanted to be a pilot until I saw Top Gun because I didn't want to speak like an idiot and have to do all those rhyming things every time I walked out to my plane. I was like, no, I can't do that.
I wonder what would be your crew, your code name? Flapper,
Salty.
Flounder, yeah, Crasher, big helmet.
Yeah. That's what she said. Starsky, the bakery deli place we have just down the road from us with the Ukraine family are the half owners. It's a Portuguese family and the Ukrainian family. And they actually gave an email out to the locals today. Oh, there's a fresh batch of the big pierogies. And Felix and I ran over and got them. And they do everything up with like a cool twist. They got a thing. I forgot to mention this before when you were talking about borscht. They've got a borscht here that people in the area really like, and it's got little potato dumplings in it. Sort of like putting gnocchi in borscht.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that like normal, or is that like them just doing shit to make us like it?
No, it's actually one of the recipes that I heard about. Those little potato dumplings. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they're awesome too. They're just, they're so good. I love those little things. Yes. Yeah. And so, we went and got some local bacon from the same spot there as well. And it all comes from like local butchers and stuff. And sour cream, we're going crazy with the pierogies later tonight. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. And pierogies are so good with with all kinds of stuff, like potato or meat or cabbage, mushrooms. Yeah, and they also have sweet varieties with like cherries or strawberry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do chicken Swiss, where I take a chicken breast and I put some like marinara sauce and either some Swiss or Parmesan and bread it around and then cook it, and we'll have that with the pierogies. It'll just be amazing. There won't be any room on the plate for vegetables tonight, but I don't think he'll be crying me a river. So. Richie MC there. How can the Shills community get a decal on the 69 Sniffing Brigade truck? Maybe a baby Starsky decal. Oh, that's a really good idea. I could have one sent off. All I would need is an address. That would work. No problem. Good idea. Here, I'll make a note of that. Let's see here.
Well, they're in the store. Everybody can buy one if you haven't plastered with them.
469. Okay. Cool.
And which I should also say, it makes great camouflage, because if you put those like baby Starsky pictures on all the cars, they won't know which Starsky to shoot at.
Yeah, guys, actually, it's a very good idea. Maybe I can drop you contacts of NAFTA 69 Sniffing Brigade, so you could cooperate with them in terms of fundraising for those trucks.
Yeah,
that would be amazing, because like the way it works, let's say for people who run those fundraisers is people can donate different sums of money. For example, people who donate like €100, they can receive patches. People who donate more, they can have their own phrase or some decals on the trucks. Yeah, so you gotta contact them, and probably that would be great.
Yeah, we could whip them up in the merch store and then just send them out. We'll handle the payment part over here and just send it out, right? Done. Because it's only cost price then, right? So keeps it nice too. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. We've got some more shout outs we can do there, don't we, Dunk?
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just check.
I heard a couple little pop goes the weasels in the background there.
Not got much. We got Commander 401 sent in $10. He's No, I don't know why we need to take that for. Yeah, he's just basically talking about he's rendering something that's not working. Stephen Wall sends in $10. Watch your Vector Victor hits the shan. Borscht is boss. And Cat sends 1601 Canadian dollars for the drone.
Awesome. Boom Boom Fund. Oh, and then Yvonne Way just sent in a super sticker. What is that? Oh, for God's sakes. It's a little dude with a trumpet. They're going or some shit. Oh, he's got a little buddy behind him, a little small one with the trumpet going.
It's described as a clarinet player. There you go.
That's no clarinet, man.
It's very specific.
Yeah. Clarinets don't have a handle on the bottom. That's a trumpet. Yeah, bugle. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I guess I'd have to do one of those. I don't even know them, so I just better stop now.
Yeah, come on, Google, sort your act out. Get these fucking bloody instruments correctly named.
Oh man,
that's not a violin. That's a viola. What are you talking about?
Yeah. There is a couple of things here I can flip over to quick. Operator Starsky, are you having to eat more MREs now, out on deployment?
We have some of them, but it's better to save them because, again, we're stationed not far from, let's say, Kramatorsk. And Kramatorsk, even despite it's a town located very close to the front lines, comparably close. But it's like Las Vegas. I mean, it's a civilization, like Oasis, where you can buy anything. If you played Stalker, for example, it will be the place where you go to buy like equipment, food, medicine, and shit like that. And I don't know. We don't have need to have to spend MREs, even though we have them, but we don't have the need to spend them because we have civilization here and we can buy stuff. Plus, I'm not a hero. I'm not an infantry, even though I was, but currently I have different tasks, so I don't have to spend all my time at the positions with the guys. There are know how to kill Russians much better and much efficiently than myself. My task is to talk about those guys and tell their stories. So so we have places where we can buy all kinds of stuff. There are supermarkets here. They're not open 24/7, of course, because of the curfew. But other than that, we can have anything. We even had sushi the other day with Max, and I can admit that they were not worse than sushi in Kyiv.
That's a great recommendation.
Yeah, that question was from C Dykstra 6. So thank you. I got one more I want to get in here. This is Heinrich Barty, member as well. What is Starsky eating currently while he's out on front lines? So and stop torturing him with food descriptions. But yeah, what's around? I mean, I imagine you're not in the line at McDonald's every day, right?
Yeah, so when I was at the positions with our artillery, we had MRE, of course. We had noodles. Basically, guys bought a lot of stuff in the supermarket and they went straight to their positions. So we had like soda, Coca-Cola, and shit like that. It's not like, there are places where you can't find a working grocery store for miles around you. Then you have to only consume MREs and water. And in our case, we could buy whatever we like and go to the positions. So it's not like we were dying of hunger and stuff like that.
Right.
It's a normal thing here. Basically, the one thing that the guys consume most is energy drinks, like Red Bull, for example.
Ah.
Because yeah, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
It doesn't work as it's supposed to work on me, because when I drink energy drinks, probably it's because I had too much of them, but I go straight to bed and I sleep
Huh.
like a baby, and then I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm completely destroyed, and I can't sleep until like afternoon.
Wow. Wow. They just make me sick to my stomach. I can't even drink them. I wanted to go over
No,
the.
actually, they're very, very good. Especially Red Bull. We have different sorts of them here. Hell, Red Bull, and things like that.
I wanted to check the poll there. We had put a poll up. What's your call for favorite pet? Kitten? Offer. Oh, that was a spelling error or a typing error. It was supposed to be woofer. For God's sakes, what's wrong with me?
I thought it was supposed to be otter.
Yeah. I didn't even notice till right now. And the last one was shark. So kitten, Dick's an idiot, or shark. And Dick's an idiot got 17%. Shark got 39, and kitten came in at 43. You're not hearing the kitten stories as they come from Starsky if you're voting kitten to the top, right, Starsky? Come on, there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because tiger sharks are still kittens. I mean, they're felines.
But yeah, kitten took it at 44% at the end. A few people got in with a last minute vote there just to tip the scales.
Yeah, you don't want a tiger shark nibbling at your toes like a cat does.
Can you imagine? Well, my feet are clean now. I mean, they're gone, but they're clean. Yeah, what aggressive goldfish you have. Let me go over to the question room here. The Surreal Taco wanted to ask you, Starsky. Has Starsky met either the second most famous UN Zelensky or the most famous patron?
The dog?
Yeah.
No, haven't seen Patron since last year, since Hostomel. Uh, Not sure if I even saw Zelensky once, like personally, you know. Uh, well, actually, here in my area, we have quite a lot of famous Ukrainian military YouTubers, but I wasn't able to meet any of them so far because, you know, like we have all kinds of people here, all kinds of units, and everybody's busy doing their tasks.
Yeah.
Actually, in Kramatorsk, we had a chance with Max to visit that restaurant that was hit by the Russian missile. The Russian fascists were bragging about, as they usually do, about eliminating 50 NATO soldiers and shit like that. In fact, there is like a small memorial, like makeshift place with photos of people who died there. There is one soldier with American flag attached to his picture. Obviously, it's one of the American volunteers. And there's photos of the personnel of this restaurant who died because of the strike. There's photo of Ukrainian writer who also died there. Two sisters, two teenagers who were sent by their mother to West Ukraine, but they decided to visit their mother in Kramatorsk, so they came to Kramatorsk for like one day, and they died in the restaurant. And there's basically a list attached next to those photos with names and the bank account numbers of their relatives, so everybody who cares can send them money or support them somehow. and there's nothing like 50 NATO soldiers, nothing like that. There's simply civilians and that American volunteer who died. So that's the same restaurant where I think Roman with his cousin or his sister, he was also there during the strike when he was in Kramatorsk because he was having rest, and he decided to go there with his sister, and the restaurant got destroyed.
Wow. There must be so many of those stories too when you really start looking into it. I bet that's not what you want to hear, but it's the reality of the situation. So we do want it to be spoken of. There was a couple other questions I wanted to get over to here. Sam Parker wanted you to know, Starsky, I've been working on some punk lyrics for you. So there's probably a musical collab thing going on there. That's awesome.
Sounds great.
Yeah. And then
wait. Do they even write lyrics for punk? They just like scream and shout and
just record yourself all drunk getting mad at somebody,
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean.
Like the 42 show. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Sam Parker wanted to know, Starsky, do they have Full Throttle? They used to donate to the USO. Ring a bell?
Not really.
No, me either.
No idea.
And then the Surreal Taco was asking, hey, Starsky, is KFC there? Like Kentucky Fried Chicken? Is that okay, wait a minute. It says, is KFC there? Is that a condition on where you deploy?
I haven't seen KFC here in the area. I don't think that they have it here. Yeah. But anyways, they have a lot of other places, a lot of cool places. Again, that sushi place that we visited, I was actually very happy because they have one. Yeah, and it was really, really good. I can compare those sushi to the sushi to the sushi in my favorite place in Kiev. And I checked. I know what I'm talking about there. They are as good as those.
The reference to Full Throttle, it's a brand of energy drink.
Oh no, we don't have Full Throttle. The most notable brand that we have here is probably Red Bull and Hell. Hell was advertised by my God, what was his name? Oh my God, he's bald and he's cool, unlike me. Die Hard.
Eddie Savalas?
Bruce Willis. Yeah, no, his father.
Yeah.
Who loves you, baby? With the lollipop. Yeah, Bruce Willis. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I think I actually got caught up on questions there, but we do have a few shout outs we can do. Oh, no, there was one more I wanted to get to. It wasn't me, member as well. Were your supermarkets open 24 hours, 7 days a week before the curfew?
Of course, we have plenty of supermarkets working 24/7 before the full-scale invasion.
Yeah.
So basically, you can walk out in the middle of the night and go buy anything you want.
Wow, I wish. I can't do that here. But I'm in a smaller town, so yeah, everything shuts by like 10 p.m. and the only thing you can get after hours is like cigarettes and alcohol. It's Canada. You can always
No,
get alcohol.
usually we have grocery stores that work 24/7. Ukraine is a very civilized place in this.
More so than here.
Meaning, yeah.
I wish. So yeah, Dunk, let's check in with any shout outs we got to do there.
Well, we just got a quickie one from Stephen Walsh. He sends in $10. It's AK Blueberry season. We'll make Veroniki of that style of fruit. Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. I'm not even sure.
Steve, you're talking code. Come on, help us out. What are you talking about? I love reading your super chats, but help us out there, mate. What are you talking about?
We just had 2 more come in.
Oh, hang on. I can grab those before they get dropped in.
Yeah.
So Richie MC just heard Odessa is opening the beaches to the public. Odessa Beach Party next Crimea. Fun. Thank you, Richie. And Stephen Welch, he's not coming back with any help on his last super chat, but he says, for $10 in high school, we used to be angry with loud guitars, and then you grow up and were expected to become adult and less angry. I feel like the music needs to get louder.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. You just get older. You just get angrier, just for different things. But you're still angry.
Yeah. With old age comes louder and more aggressive distortion.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. That was cool.
Yeah, it's no longer a phase when you're past 50.
Yeah. It's a way of life then.
It's like you start with like grunge, like Nirvana or punk, and then you evolve, or like, I'm not sure whether you're evolving or just falling deeper into metal, and then like death metal and things like that. You start understanding this music.
Yeah.
And it's really, really cool. But sometimes punk is still, like things like Blink 182. Sometimes I absolutely love listening to these bands. Green Day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in that. I recently got the little bean, what I call a bean, my pod thing for my guitar. I got the power supply replaced, so I got it all set up right here beside me and whatnot. And I've been really, getting properly back into getting ready to start recording some stuff. And when I get some riffs laid down and whatnot, I'll send them your way, Starsky. So if you ever have a minute, you can, play around and see what comes out, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I'm looking at the time here. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes, 12 minutes here. So if you got questions, get them in now, because we're not having the longest show today. Starsky's got to cut and run, and life is busy over here as well. And then we're going to try to have a little pub chat after, and just hang out and have a little relaxer later. So that'll be fun. Yesterday, we tried to do the news show with the 42 show, but it was just after the Discord thing exploded on me. So all we did was give an announcement that Discord was dead, and then we, just had a couple of beers, giggle and laugh show after, right? Because nobody could focus on anything. It was just, it sucked. It sucked.
What happened to your Discord?
Well, my personal account got taken over. And so I was, I was getting in the mood to start setting up the 42 show. And I looked over at Discord, which is always on my left screen, and I was signed out. So I tried to sign in. And then I got a couple of text messages from people that have my actual phone number saying, you're spamming the Discord server with cryptocurrency bullshit right now. And I said, well, no, I'm not. I'm logged out. And then the Discord imploded. Whoever got my account started deleting rooms in the Discord and just left it with this cryptocurrency shit. But they tried to get at my personal Gmail account as well, but it was more securely protected and they didn't get in. But this has happened to a few other YouTubers. And what goes on is they're trying to get at your YouTube channel as well, because then they can stream and put videos out about cryptocurrency and whatnot. That's the whole idea. They go through Discord to try to get your account.
That sounds horrible. At the same time, why they never spam with something more useful?
I know,
like quality amateur porn.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Jesus,
cryptocurrency.
Yeah, come on, nudie pictures, something good, not cryptocurrency.
Or just nice comfy socks.
There you go. I like comfy socks, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's face it, everybody needs socks. You know, it's the future.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, all you people that don't wear socks in your little loafer-like shoes, we're coming for you.
Yeah, it's a crime. It's a crime. You have to wear socks, especially with like flip-flops. They just
Yeah.
made to be together.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. There was a picture of Steven Tyler, the singer from Aerosmith, posing out with his Hennessy Venom. He had one of those super fast cars, and he was literally wearing sandals with socks. It was funny as hell. Because I mean, he's Steven Tyler. He can do whatever he wants. It doesn't matter, you know.
I wear socks when I'm having sex. I mean, well, I wear shoes and trousers too, because you don't want to look like a complete idiot standing in the middle of the park.
Yeah, this is what I call punk, like for real. Socks with sandals, especially in all those high, like tall socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Let's see. There's a few shouts we can do, and then I can get a couple of questions ready. So we got a couple in before we're done. What do you think there, Dunk? You all set?
Okay. Level 70 sends in $13.99. Scosty, did you shoot down your first enemy drone yet? And Stephen Walsh sends $10 in. Big riffs, loud music.
Yeah.
Loud music.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you shot down any enemy drones yet, or just your friends?
It's let's say it's dangerous because the drones flying around nowadays, they can blow up big time. At the positions we heard one impact, it's when some of the guys were trying to shoot it down and then it hit them basically. I think it was like Lancet drone or something like that. So it's kind of scary. Again, it's currently it's tough to even. It was hard to survive the combat on your position. Then today it's tough to even get to the position alive, and then you still have to survive the combat, and then you have to survive the extraction. The reason for that is that Russians realized that one of the ways to wear out the personnel is to prevent it from getting to and from the positions. That's why they're using a lot of surveillance drones and strike drones that work together with the surveillance drones. And they are looking for the personnel transport that brings personnel to the positions, and they either hit them with drones or strike them using artillery. And I was telling this to Dick today that the car that was supposed to take me from the positions in the evening, actually it only arrived in the morning because the Russian drone, and it flew over us several times. It spotted the car and coordinated artillery strike. That's why the car was running away from them for like the whole night, and only in the morning it was able to reach our position and pick me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Obi-Wan in the chat, Starsky, says that you and I should do a Guitar Hero battle off on a stream. We should get Guitar Heroes hooked up and going and, you know, have a back and forth. That's funny, but it practically impossible for you while deployed, but maybe in the future, right? You know,
Yeah, maybe
it's practically impossible for me in general because I suck at playing guitar, and even Guitar Hero. I don't think that I will be able to compete well.
Well, actually, being able to play the songs makes it a nightmare to play Guitar Hero because they're nothing like each other. And my fingers want to do what I'm supposed to do to play the song. I know most of those songs, right? I find it hell playing that game. Everybody kicks my ass. It's not fair at all. So I grab my guitar and I just play along while people are playing the game.
Hey, we'll do a dance off instead then.
Yeah, I can do air guitar, for example.
What key?
L.
Yeah, have you ever seen the people that really take air guitar seriously and they sit there and tune it first and get it all ready?
Yeah.
Do they do that?
Yeah, I play mine unplugged.
There is a guy who did that, and he air guitared to somebody tuning the guitar and then air guitared the song. It's on YouTube. It's funny as hell. It's from years ago. But yeah, it was funny.
I used to sell strings for air guitars.
Yeah. Yeah, they're also great for fishing. Now, environmentally friendly fishing line. Well, okay, we're really close here on time, so let's just see if we can get a couple other questions in here. Starsky, how are Pasha, Batman, and the team doing after the chemical attack?
They're doing well, from what I know. We have contact with Pasha, and the guys, they're doing good.
Dick?
You there, guys?
Oh, oops, sorry. I didn't hit my button hard enough there. That was from Blazing Dragon. And then we had Tejas Mike, member 2 months, Tejas. Tias? Is it like, am I supposed to do that like Spanish style? I don't really know how to do that. Any news on the Kerch Bridge?
So we expect to learn new details about the damage because if previously Russians didn't mind much about telling the details of the strikes, this time they seem too shy, and we know that they opened the automobile part of the bridge, but we don't know anything about the railway, and this is what makes me curious, because if the railway is hit, that means that Russians cannot use it anymore, which is great.
Definitely.
Yeah, we can confirm at this point that some parts of the bridge are a little bit lower than they used to be.
Yeah. Structural integrity is not its strong suit at the moment. Let's see here. I want to get one more in, and then we got a shout out or two. So there was Richie MC in the chat there. Korn, Operator Starsky is the Ukrainian Korn-like band. That's a pretty good fucking analogy, listening to like White Cross and a few. You know?
Could be, yeah. Actually, I love Korn. I love the sound of their bass guitar.
Yeah.
It sounds like meaty, you know.
When they did that cover song of what's that song called? It's like one of those 80s Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch type songs. Word Up. They did a wicked cover of that and turned it into a really good song. They really did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And
yeah, Song of My Life is Adidas.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Cool. We just had somebody giving a shout out there to Baby Starsky Rules. So here, you can have the stinger as well for that one.
He's actually got the Baby Starsky as his avatar.
That's awesome. I love it. So yeah, we'll do a couple of shout outs that came in there, and we're coming on time here.
Well, you did that shout out, so we don't need to do that one again. But thank you very much, Danny Carver, for $19.99. Baby Starsky rules. Stephen Walsh sent another $10 saying, "Facing the music is about making new music. I have a new acoustic coming."
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right, we'll be expecting videos from you, Stephen, playing that acoustic. Yeah,
Exactly.
Just saying.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait. I got an acoustic right over there. Love to play it as well. Very, very fun. Let's see here. We'll just throw in one last question before we're done. I'll go right down to war Russia-Ukraine, Russia. It's with the Zs. Do you think the West wants Ukraine to win, or are they scared? I used to think they did, but that doesn't explain the slow drip feed of aid. It's harsh, but it's not unfair at times. Myself, I think they do really want to win, Ukraine to win. But I think there's, like, I know in Canada, you've got some people going, "Why are we sending so much over there? Let them fight their own war because we have to take care of our own people." And you always have those people that have that opinion on anything you do when it comes to foreign aid. And there's a lot of money being thrown around right now. So I can see how there are some people saying that. But in my mind, the government wants it, done and over with. Russia needs to be put down and not considered a world power. Done.
Yeah, there are people who say, can Ukrainians just give up and die finally? Because, our fuel costs like $1 more than it used to cost, or shit like that. Can they fight their own war that we have nothing to do with? I don't mind. We can fight our own war by ourselves, but please return our 4,000 tactical nukes that we gave out so those people could sleep well.
Yeah, good point. Holy, really good point. Was there a last couple shout outs? Oh, yeah, there's a couple here.
Yeah, we got a couple in. Oh, and just another one. Right, so we have the Sun Express for $10 says, Jagger from the Chicago Oblast. Stephen Walsh says in $10, he's talking about his guitar. It was a Fender concert with no cutaway. Nice. Yeah, very nice. And he also says, keep Lahaina in your prayers. The town was leveled last week. Yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, that was a disaster. What a mess. You were Hawaii person there, Steve? Yeah, don't want to dox yourself. Right, Something Blonde sends in what a CZK? So the Czechoslovakian
Czech krona. Yeah,
Czech krona. 499 of those. I once took a box of cookies I baked plus other treats to the post office here. They said they would mail to the front for free. Do you know if these really do arrive to the soldiers? I'd like to do it again, but unsure.
I have no idea, unfortunately. The front is very big.
Yes, it's quite a large
1,000 kilometers.
Quite a large place to find a box of cookies. You better said a very large box, a very wide one.
Make sure to bake them full of weed, though. These boys need their guilty pleasures, right? Come on.
Yeah, as long as they know first.
Regarding Fender, one thing I never quite understood about those guitars is that, like, Fenders are very, very nice guitars, but for some reason they only sound well with Fender equipment, like Fender amps and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's probably a good tie-in there to making sure that your amps are really set up for the pickups and whatnot, so it really ties together. Kind of like HP. Use our paper to get better color. You never know, right?
Yeah, I mean, like maybe my arms grow from a wrong place, but we never managed to set up Fender properly. We had a Fender bass amp, at our studio, it never worked properly with the bass that our bass guitarist had. It wasn't Fender, of course, and my other guitarist had Fender guitar, which couldn't sound properly with other equipment. So I'm not sure, but whenever it was like Fender amp, it worked amazing. It sounded just perfectly.
I had a Fender 5150, the Eddie Van Halen model amp, you know. I had one of those at a time, and it was excellent. I played an Ibanez, similar to the one I have now here with it. Different model, but you know. But I also had changed the pickups. I had a DiMarzio HX3 in the back and a PAF in the front. So it had the classic 70s front tone with the screaming 80s back pickup. It was excellent. Good setup. Half of you don't know what the fuck I said, but it's all right. I just meant good gear. It's all right. Just realized that was too much. Yeah, we're just coming on our hour here too. So we should probably get ourselves into wrap-up mode. Any shout-outs we need to take care of first there, DK?
No, we're all caught up. We're all caught up. So no more. Shush. And while we're on the super chats, I'd like to say thanks to Caitlin for populating the. I was about to say our Discord, but no, the our not Discord server that we got running in the background.
Thing, yeah,
and thank you very much for that.
Yes, yeah, and yeah, big shout out to CF Beauty running the live chat there.
I said no more. I said no more.
No more.
Go on, Dick. Go on, Dick.
Okay.
You take.
Yeah, but remember, push and push and push your local, state, and federal governments or regional, state, whatever, to support the effort in Ukraine as much as we can do when we're raising money together and everything. It's way bigger dollar amounts when we get the governments in there, and like was already discussed, there's a bit of a trickle here and there. So let's push them and push them and push them. Do everything you can out there, fellow babies. What do you think, Starsky? Oh.
Well, just before we go to Starsky, BR Bowden says in a super chat, if Ukraine received weapons that could reach the entire Crimean Peninsula, the war would end much faster.
Ooh, good shout.
Yeah, I absolutely agree on that. But even though we don't have fighter jets yet from the West, and even though we don't have long-range missiles yet, still Ukrainians will always be grateful for your support, guys, because
Yes.
what the people around the world are doing in order to support Ukraine is absolutely amazing, and Ukrainians will never forget this. So thank you very much.
Good words, man. Good words. And on that note, I think we're out of here. Remember, support, support, support. And of course, last words, Slava Ukraini. Take care, everybody. Be safe out there.
Kiss me good night, Captain Starsky. Good night, everybody.
It's over. Go home. Go.